Lords and ladies, welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later with your host, Jacob Butter. Right, well met, Lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking. Oh, weirdly enough, I feel like it's darker in here for some reason. Does it seem darker? I don't know. Anyways, welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later. And today we're going to be tackling something, but in a second, because I've actually got my guest preemptively this time. So please welcome our first guest for the evening. Once again, I can't make the Rainer joke because Shorty's not here this time, so it's Maya.
Hi.
Oh, I thought I was having volume issues just for a second there. All right. And the other person who's requested to join us today, he sent the request. He is our usual guest, Aiden DeVest. Is not here currently. I don't know why he hasn't clicked the link yet, so we're going to move on.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. He asked to join the stream and he just didn't show up. I don't understand.
Okay.
Oh,
And
hang on a second.
you don't
I
look
heard a
darker, you just look
notification.
more red.
Here's a notification. Well, I mean, I'm wearing red and orange at the same time. That might be why. It's a strange combination. But then again, according to Aiden, I should be wearing my favorite color ever in my life. Anyways, which is green, incidentally. Speaking of Aiden, he showed up right after I made that joke, so here we go.
Okay, no. The idea is if you could only wear one outfit, would you seriously pick a red outfit to wear for like a year of your life?
If I could only
Yes.
wear one outfit for the rest of my life, I'd pick something that's easy to wash. Anyways,
Actually, no. Trash
Yeah,
taste
no,
sweatshirt.
that's the point. In the universe where you could only wear one outfit per a year of your life or 6 months or whatever, you would you really pick red?
I have another question for you. What kind of terrible universe would that be where there's the law that enforces the color you can... Well, actually, I say that, scratch that. That used to be a thing. There were like sumptuary laws over in the UK that dictated like the color of your clothes and stuff depending on your social status. So you know what? Never mind. We live in that world, but we just moved on from it. Okay, that joke doesn't work anymore. Curse you, historical facts that I pick up in classes that weren't history. This is why you stay in school, kids. So
Yeah, I
No.
went to the dentist today. Also, your voice filter is still on. But
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to the dentist today. I got knocked out, and now I have 3 stitches in my mouth because they had to put caps on my teeth and shave down some of the things. So that was fun. And now
My
I have
God.
ice in my face.
You have Kirishima teeth?
Kirishima. What?
Okay, I think it's because
Teeth.
Kirishima has a particular type of type of teeth, or you know.
I have fake teeth now, or fake teeth mold made. I don't know which one, but it's one of them.
Who knows? Maybe Kirishima could supply the raw materials for that. I suppose. I don't know. He just like bulks up, and then someone just comes along, just like with a chisel, and just like chips out the side of his shoulder or something.
Oh God.
No, yeah.
I'm
just
in great discomfort right now because of my teeth. It's great over here. I'm in hell.
Feels like they didn't sedate you for long enough. I suppose. I don't know.
I mean, they did. It was for 3 hours, but I'm still recovering.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you were like still like experiencing like huge pains from it or something.
No, I'm not. I don't have any real pain. Just huge discomfort trying to make the swelling go down.
I've become so numb, I can't feel my teeth. Anyway.
Oh, my sister got her... When my sister had to like get her face numbed and stuff because of like cavities, half of her face like got unnumbed first. It was really funny because like half of her face wouldn't move, and like the other half would. But now like she can like twitch half her face and not the other half, and it's really fun. Like she can do either or, but she can move half of her face like aside from the other half.
Oh, because the muscle memory from doing that. Oh, that's interesting.
But
Fair
it's not
enough.
as bad as when my other sister like made a hole through her lip or something. Like it was not a hole. Like her lip went from normal size to about double normal size because she didn't realize she was eating her lip.
Oh, okay. Well, let that be known. Anyone out there doing the Kylie Jenner challenge, now you've got it. Just yeah. I feel like I should preface that. Hey, now try this at home. I don't know. Whatever. We're looking at Lost in My Eyes, Phoenix Drop High, Graduation Days, Episode 5. And all right, so I'm going to read the description of this video actually this time. aphmau explores the campus on her own for a bit and runs into an interesting guy. Meanwhile, Jenny has a few plans of her own to get Aaron to notice her. So, based on that, the title does not match the description. But let's see how the episode goes. The thumbnail is also to do with soccer. So, yeah, I don't know. Which we do see her play soccer. So yeah, without further distraction with reaction. But yeah, let's find out. Oh, speaking of.
In between Luca's coffee obsession and Tara's cookie one, I'm glad to get a bit of time to myself.
I, the more complex character at this point, need some variety of narrative. I can't be tied down to one gimmick.
Tomorrow's the last day of orientation. We've gotten a week of what college is like, and it's great! Being on my own, planning my own life.
It's stress. College is stress, girl. You haven't even been to a class. It is stress.
Okay, look,
That is a good
college
point.
is
She hasn't experienced
amazing.
that yet.
College is amazing.
It's hard.
Okay, having been through the whole thing, college is both. You're both right.
Yeah,
Like,
listen, college
And if
is
you
hard.
haven't, and if you
like-
haven't experienced there's the one side that you're arguing against right now. If you haven't experienced that for each of you, you will.
Okay, look, I've already been through midterms, my first set of midterms, and I survived. It is not as hard as it seems. Also, the practice is harder than the actual exams.
All right. Let's that statement. Let me statement right now. And I believe you're still in first year, right?
Yeah, so I'm basically taking high school classes 2.0 because that's how American colleges work.
So let that statement lie right now. We're recording this on October 13th, 2022, and we're going to see in a year's time possibly how that statement varies. So yeah, and also in the case of aphmau, yeah, she will get the stress side once she actually does go to classes and whatever. I mean, also when Jenny's not the one organizing her schedule because she's left 2 days off now.
I've always wanted.
Heads up!
Huh?
Yay!
I've done that before.
Wow, nice header.
Thanks.
Wait,
was
that
that-
face.
Hold on, whoa, wait a second. How was that a header? How was that a header? She put her hands up like that. That's not a header. A header is when you use your head. Like, what are you talking about? I know almost nothing about soccer, and even I know that terminology.
Wait, what would you call it?
Yeah, I'm saying it deliberately because I know that if I say football, you're going to immediately be like, oh, we're going to be soccer because they're going to say soccer. So that's why I'm saying it that way.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
deliberately.
I'm just making
But-
fun of you.
I'm deliberately
But
filtering
it's-
I'm
myself.
making fun of you and your British ways.
Even
You're
without me
bizarre.
saying anything
Football.
British, you're just going to use. I can't win. You're just going to find
Yeah,
any excuse.
how dare you be British? It's so offensive, you know? It's offensive
There
to
is
us
football,
Americans.
American football, and rugby.
All right, yeah, you keep your high school 2.0 classes. I'll carry on the British way. Also, yeah, you are right. That face was very weird. I don't get it. Maybe she actually did hit the ball with her head, and her arms weren't long enough, and the ball, I don't know, momentarily gave her a stroke. I'm not sure.
I could have definitely done better, though.
You play?
Yeah. Hey, you're
That
that
looks
guy?
like Jean.
He's not
But, like,
Gene.
Fancied up. Like, if
Okay.
Jean decided, I'm gonna look nice
From
today.
my group. Alejandro?
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
He
is he
looks-
voiced by Gene's VA? Does he,
He
is
looks like
voiced-
Gene, and his name is Alejandro, which is the name of Gene's
Is his
voice
no
actor.
wait?
Yeah.
Is he voiced by Alejandro though? It's a real
Hold
question.
on, I'm looking. Oh, wait a minute. No. Hold on a second. That's aphmau making a mistake. It's actually Antonio. We've actually seen him before. So, yeah, no. And
Oh.
he is voiced by Matthew Curtis. So,
Oh, I was about to be like, wait a minute, was that like a weird situation where, like, I don't know, where you, for example, where Jacob voices Sean.
That's not a weird situation. That was you deliberately casting me with a character that has my name in it, even though I only
Yes.
played 3 people in your show.
Close. It's
Aiden, you need a
Antonio.
variety.
Well, I do get variety. The only one who doesn't get variety is Aiden with his casting choices.
I said
Sorry.
Aiden needs a variety.
I'm not gonna
Technically, I
use-
do. I have tons of VAs. I like using Jacob a lot as a VA.
All right, fair enough.
Jacobism.
that
It's
logic.
favoritism towards Jacob.
Jacobism, yes.
Can't
We
argue with that
worship
logic. I wish I
Jacob.
was having that much success in voices.com. That was favoritism towards me. Why not?
Unless the person telling me their name tells me every single time we meet.
I'm the same way, which is why I'm glad Jenny keeps saying her name over and over.
That's right.
What is Jenny like Dio from JoJo or something? She starts every conversation, I, Jenny, have arranged the perfect task.
I was supposed to
Except she never does that because, again, she's terrible at organizing
be
it.
with Jenny last night. I just went to my room and fell asleep.
You okay? You look like you missed a date or something.
Oh,
Oh, don't
sorry.
give
Oh my
the shippers
god.
ideas.
Now
Don't
and
give
Jenny.
Don't give them
I knew it.
ideas.
You know,
Oh,
I
God.
would complain about that, Maya. I would complain, but I did actually make that
That's not
exact same
bad.
comparison last episode. Because I said that to make it a proper love triangle, one would need aphmau to like, you know, be interested in Jenny, because then that's the triangle and versus like, you know, just a couple of points and Aaron just backed in a corner. Because I know the triangle will have to go in all directions to form the vertices and everything. So that was what I was saying before. So I said it from a purely analytical, academic perspective, not necessarily, you know, wishful thinking.
But like, it's actually not that bad.
I know,
like-
I know they've hit it off so far actually, and they do have a few things in common. I will admit that, yes, that is true.
But
Just
I
thinking
don't know.
about-
I don't
They
know.
aren't the
I
worst.
think about it. Like, I think aphmau's universe is meant to be straight because I think Jess in real life is straight. So that's why these, you know, self-insert character making them bisexual. I mean, actually, wouldn't be a bad story convention. But I don't know. I don't know if aphmau will go that route.
We broke
I just
Jacob.
re-
Jacob broke.
I just realized something.
What?
This is not to do with Jenny. It's to do with Terra actually, because I was thinking that I said last episode that Terra actually shares a lot more of aphmau's personality than, you know, Caitlyn and Kawaii-chan did compared to season 1 in that dynamic, because Caitlyn and Kawaii-chan were two extremes and aphmau was the middle ground. But in this case, Terra was also the middle ground, and that's what seemed to spark their connection. Then I remembered that aphmau and Terra basically met because there was this boy that they seemed to like, one is into one of them, and then the other one was also, or maybe playing the field with either them. It was kind of vague. But actually, if they're similar enough in looks and personality, that means that whoever that boy was clearly has a type. Just that's what just clicked in my mind. Of course they're so similar because that's their origin story.
No, actually, I think that whole situation was Terra liked the boy liked aphmau. Terra then hated aphmau.
Okay, well, I mean,
And I don't remember Terra.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not entirely sure about all the. Oh, last time we saw her, she was passed out after, you know, eating herself into a food coma on meat for Scout cookies.
Ooh, that sounds
So-
like fun. I kind of want to do that.
Oh my word! Well, I've got the perfect saleswoman for you, Toots.
Something
Nah,
I forgot.
I'm just waiting for
Got lo-
Thanksgiving.
That's fair.
Lost in my eyes?
Huh?
Mom always tells me she sees girls get lost in my eyes.
Oh, is that why that episode's called that? Of course. To be fair,
Aw.
To be fair, there was a guy in my brother's year who actually like had really, really clear like blue eyes, like bright blue, and they were like very. I was gonna say eye catching, but they're literally eyes that catch your attention. So, you know, whatever. You get the idea.
She says they're pretty like my dad's. I secretly think she's jealous I got his eyes instead of hers.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Look at me. You have your mother's eyes, except you
Oh.
don't this time.
Aw, that's sweet.
Hey! You, wanna play?
Soccer? Sure.
You know, one thing that I always found weird about this episode, though, we get a lot of focus on crap. Now I don't want to call him Alejandro, but he's not Alejandro.
Antonio.
Antonio. We get a lot of focus on Antonio, but he never comes back on Falcon Claw at all, and it kind of bugs me personally because, like, why spend a whole episode focused on him?
I have a pocket theory about that. I have a tiny like mini theory. My mini theory is that Jess and Jason were testing the waters with this character to see if they could have like yet another person for the fandom to leech onto, you know, to be like, oh, maybe this is like a thing. But then they realized their ship name was aphmau, and they just decided to drop the idea. Or Aftonio.
Awesome.
Actually, Aftonio does sound good.
And I thought it was just going
I
to
actually wouldn't mind maybe unrequited love storyline
And-
for aphmau, for like unrequited love, like not toxic the way Garth and Lawrence were, but like
was
just a
actually gonna
normal
say-
person who may have had a crush on aphmau, but just ended up going nowhere. I actually wouldn't mind that storyline.
I feel like we're too late into the series for that kind of thing, because we've seen that a lot. We've even seen Aphmau have unrequited love herself in the form of your favorite character, Kai.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that evil person.
There is
Yeah,
an
so they've done
in-story
that already.
realistic answer.
Hmm?
There is an in-story realistic answer. Because FC seems to be like the big university in the area sort of thing. As many of like there could have been an entirely new cast if they felt like it sort of thing.
That was sort of the idea.
Yeah,
You got
that's
a few
what
people
Yes.
in the old cast, but for the most part, they've been focusing on the new. I've been all for it, so I'm on board.
But they should have had
Yes.
more of the old cast, in my opinion. Because like I wouldn't mind because Dante and Lawrence should have been here because of what they set up in the past.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
don't even.
those two are givens. But maybe having Travis here, maybe Travis looks at Caitlyn from. Actually, wait, Travis may not make as much sense.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Travis has to stay away because this is around the time when, you know, they all forgot about him.
I guess, but aphmau retcons everything. To be fair, would you really put it past her, including Travis?
Okay, but the reasonable explanation that I was actually hinting at was the fact that they could have been in two different majors, and Aphmau was highly undecided, and if someone else is decided on their majors, I think Aphmau came in undecided. Aphmau's indecisive normally, so undecided.
I don't think they stated anyone's real major besides maybe Aaron being in construction.
Yes. Engineering, but
Engineering.
like, okay.
Technological stuff.
Technological stuff, yes.
Which bugs the hell out of me, but like,
What's
like,
there to
as
worry
a-
about with the guy saying technological stuff in your final year of university?
Yeah, but for like engineering, for example, it's the type of like in like larger schools where the engineering is just like one of like multiple schools. Like in like even with specific engineering disciplines, timetables don't line up at all. Like my roommate and I have one class together. I don't see them any other time of the week, and we live together technically.
That is fair. That does make sense. Like over here, the drama. I did drama and creative writing, so the drama one was relatively united and had and even when we split off into like the different branches, they were held at the same time. Creative writing, on the other hand, was not. So I think maybe that's the one that within that particular like branch of like multiple things you can take together, they're the ones that compromise all the time or something. Maybe that was it, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, college is both.
I don't know. I personally just think Alejandro Aphmau messed me up. Aphmau messed me up. God.
Don't wait doesn't show up again. It doesn't matter.
I wish Antonio actually did come back. He's not my favorite character, but he does seem like a decent character who we could play around with if we like were to use him in the series. You know, like you could have had some slice of life episodes. He could have been part of the friend group or something. I don't know. You could have actually did something with Antonio here, not romantically of Aph maybe, but you know something else.
Yeah, I think there's one other thing that you mentioned. Thing you find weirdest about this episode. Thing I find weird about this episode is the fact that Antonio manages to get Aphmau to play soccer, and Aphmau accepts immediately, Meanwhile, she was friends with Lawrence, the captain of the soccer team in Phoenix Job High, for years and never played with him once.
Okay, for part of that,
I
she
think
was
that was
avoiding
off
him.
screen. I think no, she didn't avoid him.
I mean, I don't know. She might have avoided him a couple of times in the first year because, you know,
In
the jitters
first
and
year,
whatever,
yes, but as soon as second year hit, she wouldn't be avoiding him until obviously, what do you know about me? And then she
Yeah.
probably avoided him for a bit, but then became friends with him again. You know.
Mhm.
Additionally, it like they might have played, but it would have also seemed highly favoritism for like him to take her to practices and whatnot.
Well,
Not necessarily. If
not
she shows her abilities and she's good enough, then why not? There's no one's going to
honestly.
question it.
You don't
Because I'm
wait.
pretty
Oh,
sure it's separated by
Jacob,
gender.
I got another idea.
That's the thing, is it? We never hear
Yeah.
about the logistics of any of the sport groups because clearly Caitlin plays in like everything. But we don't
Most high
necessarily.
school sports are.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
that's fine. But then we don't hear about a female soccer team at all. There's nothing in the post of there. There was nothing.
Yeah,
There was no
true. I
variation
mean,
at
we
all.
only just heard of the soccer team. So unless the soccer team is literally a boys only club, you know,
Yeah.
there.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know is the answer because we don't.
It is
ever
also
see-
possible that the girls' soccer team was not as good and therefore not as popular.
Well, if it was not as good, then she's got more chance of getting in, isn't she? Doesn't she?
Yeah, but then
I mean,
she
honestly,
still
if
would've
we ever
never
make
played with
Phoenix
Lawrence.
Jacob, if we ever make Phoenix Trap High season 3 as a fan, like the fan thing as well, maybe we should actually add aphmau to the soccer team because there's no evidence to contradict her ever
Yes,
joining the
exactly.
soccer team. There's
Exactly,
no
and
evidence
yeah, I-
against it.
For starters,
Where?
she could barely handle social life at high school as the alpha,
Ah, yes,
which
but
took
okay,
up the
but
majority
here's
of
the thing.
her time.
Aiden and I
that-
had planned to do like a Phoenix Job High season 3 kind of thing, which is the following year. So once
But-
Daniel's able to take over,
Yeah,
somewhat
Daniel's able
as
to take
well.
over. Therefore, I
She's
mean,
still the female alpha.
yeah, but
Yes, but she
she-
doesn't have to do everything. That's
she
the
was
thing.
also a mentor
overwhelmed.
during that year, so you know she could do other things. She's not confined to like her one niche forever.
Yeah.
Chances are
Also,
she
we need
doesn't
to establish
just
how
stop
she
being a-
reconnects with Gareth and Lawrence after the whole ordeal. Because yeah, she does forgive them in time, but we don't really see any of that before. You know.
I don't even because Lawrence doesn't show up in FC, right?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, Garth does, but even then they seem kind of
No, they seem chill with each other actually.
The next time we see Lawrence really properly, chronologically speaking, is when he's disguising himself as Luigi to try and spy on aphmau to see who she's moving in, where she's moving in, or I don't know why she's hanging with Aaron or whatever. So yeah, we've got a while to cover during the times we've seen Lawrence to actually put him somewhere. If anything, he could have been in here and he could have been friends with Antonio, who also plays soccer.
Oh yeah, wow! It's almost like there's actual missed potential here. I mean, you know.
Indeed.
I just doubt that Lawrence went to FC University.
No, we know
Oh,
he didn't. We're saying if he had, like, you know.
Oh,
if they
okay.
decided to do
I was
so.
like,
Yeah,
I
well-
highly doubt that we just never see him ever.
Yeah, no, that
but
would be weird.
He should have went to FC University because of lines from the past where Dante was literally like Dante literally mentioned living with them during college. You know,
You
during
can live
season
together
3.
and go to different colleges.
That's not the implication though.
I had not thought of that, but you are right.
Like when I go to grad school, I'm planning on living with my friends who are still finishing undergrad while going to a different school.
Yeah, but that would also infer that there's a close enough college, unless won't
Actually,
think
you know
Lawrence or
what?
Dante's willing
You know
to
what?
drive
That is
several
possible.
hours.
So Liverpool has like 4 different universities. There's Liverpool University. There's Liverpool John Moores. There's Liverpool the Drama School. Then there's also, trying to remember the other one. Actually, I'm not going to tell him which one I went to because you know they're going to find me. But I don't even live there anymore. But yeah, either way, they and some of the accommodations and stuff, they house people from like different ones. In fact, I went to the same accommodation.
Okay, but counter argument. That's Britain. In America,
I'm in America right
I'm-
now, and there are 4 schools in walking distance from me.
oh, actually, in
All
America,
different colleges.
In America, there's only one college near me.
You-
And
Okay.
the other colleges
Well,
are
in that
an hour
case, it
away
sucks
or
to be
2
you,
hours
Aiden.
away.
Yeah, I have 4 universities within walking distance, and I think there are about 2 more if I walk about 2 miles down the hill.
But
Okay, that is quite a lot.
aphmau clearly wasn't thinking of that at the time. She clearly just forgot Lawrence and Dante were supposed to be living with Gareth.
Well, we don't know. Maybe there's a
Or-
Falcon Claw Metropolitan or something that's I don't know.
Alternatively, Gareth could have been out of college.
Gareth
Because-
is in college right now.
Yes.
So
However,
so you're saying
they
that
could have
Lawrence
moved in.
could have been okay.
Lawrence taking a gap year would not have been surprising. If Lawrence went to Europe because he wanted to play soccer, that wouldn't have been surprising. Granted, because nobody stays in America if you're actually good at soccer.
Okay. I mean, that's true.
And if
Yeah, but
Travis
okay.
went to an acting, was it Lawrence? And no, it was Dante. Dante, I would not be surprised if Dante didn't get into college the first time.
He would be in his first year now, possibly, if that were the case, or maybe his second year. But yeah.
Yes. So if like Lawrence convinces Dante, hey, you should try again because he didn't get into college the first time, they could have been going to college not straight out of high school, because not everybody does that, and that's actually more common in America now, especially after the pandemic. However, it was still not uncommon before.
Yeah, but again, I'm pretty sure aphmau wasn't thinking about that, and aphmau's only thought was the fact that she forgot about the characters, for the series.
That doesn't matter. It is the current canon, and we can
remember
work with the
remember one thing. The reason that I ended up doing aphmau theories in the first place was to bridge the gaps, was to try and find some way, however outlandish, to patch up the plot holes, as long as they don't get actually addressed, which some of them did, admittedly. But otherwise, it's at least some train of thought that one person can follow. That's kind of like the essence of what theories actually are, especially in that particular style. So yeah, I think this one is solid in theory territory right now.
But I know I don't know the writer. But I mean, I know how the writer writes their stories, and they do not care about the past.
Okay, we all know how aphmau writes her stories, but again, we're just trying to think of something.
Oh yeah, you want to read aphmau's story writing method again on stream and point out how terrible it is?
I mean,
Also,
I'd have to find the image, but I know it's somewhere.
If we
I'm kidding, but
instead of a Phoenix Drop High season 3, an FC University season 2,
that's also another idea.
You could also write in that Antonio is actually Dante and Jean's cousin or something, because there is a resemblance for starters.
Oh, is he their Uncle Zach's son? They
Sure.
do have an uncle called Zach. So
sure, there you go. Their Uncle Zach's son, actually.
Are you going to say that he's going to be aphmau's long lost brother because of Uncle Zach, and that's aphmau's
No. No, I was thinking that he could have heard from...
it. You know how I said before that Shorty wasn't here, so I couldn't make the Rainer joke? Well, guess who just showed up?
Oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
my crack queen.
Yes!
Hello.
Oh my
It is
god,
nice
that's
to
what
see
people
you.
know us as.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, so continue.
Oh yeah, by the way, I may or may not have invited Shorty and BB.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the Butter Bunch
I'm
and
here,
me.
the best. The
Yes.
queen of everything. It's me.
Nah, Jacob's the above you.
What?
What's above the
Jacob's
queen?
not above you.
I am. So you're saying I'm not a queen?
No, you're a queen.
I guess my
Jacob's
crown's
supposed to
fallen.
be the empress. The emperor. Because
Empress?
is empress.
Yeah, I was going to say, Empress is... Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Empress is above everyone because you know how people simp for her. I mean...
That is true. I think she has more simps than Julius at this point, so yeah, she's...
Because
claiming the
Julius
boss.
has
She's
simp.
empress. Come on.
Empress is Empress. Agreed statement.
Yeah. Which is interesting because she started off as the main character on someone else's channel, but yet no one seemed to actually pay her that much attention. So I don't know what I did.
You wrote
but
her
clearly
better.
there's
It's the power of Monet. It's
Yeah,
power emoji.
it really is.
It's down to, it's down to the casting. Okay, fair enough.
Well,
I mean, no one
because-
sent for Empress Win to see Boyster.
That's
True.
yeah. Well, I don't. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently, there was a Pete fan club during that time, so I don't know what the fan base got up to during the early days.
The fan base is wild. Anyways, let's keep
The fan
going.
base is wild. Yeah, that's very true. All right, let's go. Hold on, I just scroll up. Next second. Pause. There we go.
All around by myself. Hope you can keep up.
See, she's
Who is
actually
it, has to
good.
drink
I told you.
we knew this.
Okay. I don't see how that's a punishment, but whatever.
Also, well, you know one thing I think that this series should have been renamed to? MyStreet Graduation Days.
Jenny is the incarnation
yeah.
of Travis's mom.
What?
Are you? Oh no, I think. Yeah, I think Jenny is. Sorry, yeah. I think Maya's comparing Jenny to Maria, not the Maria we see, not like the "I challenge you, aphmau." Not that one. The other Maria, Dante and Jean's mom.
No, Travis's mom.
What?
Oh, Travis.
From Diaries.
Yeah.
No,
Looks
she
a little
isn't.
like Travis's mom.
Well, she doesn't have the same name. That's the key of reincarnation in this universe. If you have the same name and same look, it's not.
Okay,
Wait, hold on.
Travis's
But
mom's
did we hear
secret
Travis's
kid.
mom's name?
Did
Wait, did we
think
hear
so.
Travis's mom's name? Okay, so then how do we know it's not the same name then?
Okay, but like even if it isn't, like
It could be
kinda
one of the
looks like
souls
Travis.
that she chose to save.
She never even met her. Maria, not Maria. Whoever Travis' mom was.
Okay, but
I don't know.
she
Possibly,
did.
maybe there's a Dory's scene where Travis dies, or there's like, "Aphmau, save my mom" or something. I don't know. And Caitlin's by Travis's bedside. And he's like, "Hey, Caitlin," and then that's it.
Hey, Caitlin.
That's how I do it.
Well, 'cause, like, Well, because like aphmau gave Travis a new dad,
yeah.
so we
Well,
never.
I mean, yes.
Well,
That's
well
true.
Jenny is probably slightly older than Travis, but not by much. So that'd be kind of weird having her be his mom.
Remember what we said? Well, yeah. Kawaii-chan's only like a few years older than Neko. Remember what happened last stream? Remember that conversation?
That doesn't
Okay.
stop us. Aiden.
Okay. Oh God. Okay, let's
No,
just keep
but
going before we go on a rabbit
alternatively,
hole, please.
Jenny could be Travis's half sister through reincarnation, but like not actually half sister in this world. But like, because I don't think Travis's mom is still Travis's mom.
Travis's
I don't know.
mom
Maybe
died
she's
in
got
this universe.
she's got mildly purple eyes. Maybe she's Toby's kid. You never know.
Oh
Her
my
eyes are
god!
blue.
Oh my god, what
What's
is?
Toby's sister more likely?
Jennifer?
Yeah, that depends. I don't actually know how old Toby is.
Huh?
Toby was young.
That
He
HD
said my
skin,
name.
though.
It's the second word he's ever said to me. Ah.
Jenna. Also, who calls him by a first like full name? Like I have a I have an IRL friend named Josh, and like his full name's Joshua. So
Yeah.
like it's weird calling him Joshua because he doesn't normally go by that when it comes to people actually talking to him. So it's
Hang
just
on a
it's
second,
kind of
didn't-
weird.
Hang on a second. Didn't our Josh discover you first? What's your IRL Josh friend Josh's
No.
last name?
It starts with a W.
Okay, fine.
I'm not gonna say it on
You're
screen,
like-
even though it's a very common last name. But you know, I'm not gonna dox my friend.
No, yeah, no, I get that. So that's fine. So yeah, I know it is weird sometimes, and yeah, it depends. It's like when you're taking the register and you realize that your friend you've been calling you've called like Ali her whole life is actually named Allison or something. I don't have a
Yeah.
friend called Allison, but there you go. That's just an example that came to my head.
Well, yes, I mean, wait, what? What's going on?
Jennifer, I always thought you were cute.
Aaron,
Okay, you're dreaming. Great. Right, wake up.
this
Oh
is
my
so
God.
sudden.
Would you like to see my face?
Yes.
What? Okay, you know what? I'm curious. What does Jenny imagine Aaron's face looks like? Come on. Do it. Do it.
Wakes up before she gets the chance to see
Okay,
it.
yeah, here's the thing. Because, like, in dreams, you don't, like, think of, like...
You know,
invent new
wait, no, I
faces.
just
Your
imagine,
brain,
remember
your brain
the-
replaces a face that you've seen, or the face you've seen, like, before in, like, an actual life, because they're so complex.
No, no, this would have been perfect time for that joke. Remember the face from season 3 where everyone was making that weird, like, manly looking face?
Oh, right, yeah.
That cursed expression. What if he just randomly pulled out that cursed expression and she's like, "You're so handsome."
Or maybe this is actually like you know
You've
how
already seen
Aaron
Aaron with that face.
in one
Yeah,
of the
we've seen
thingies,
young
Aaron was like,
Aaron,
"I
and-
never made this face." What if it's this face?
No, we'll see. Again, Jenny's going to imagine somebody just by the science of how dreams work to be someone she's met before. So,
Or seen.
yeah. Oh,
Or
come
nothing.
on.
Yeah.
That was potential for a really good joke there. I would have been. You know what? It should have been Mac's face. Just like Mac appears there. It's like, Jenny, I really like you. Ah!
Here.
Nah, it should have been like Tom Holland.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that this is set in 2008. Tom Holland would be like, I don't know, in his teens.
Beautiful.
Okay, Tom Holland was already acting. No, Tom Holland was a musical star at the time. Whatever.
Maybe she's been to Broadway. I don't know. Maybe Falcon Falls next to Broadway.
Also, that would be kind of creepy because he's still a teenager at this point.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
She's still a grown woman. She may not be much older than a teenager, but she's still a grown woman.
This is where the ages actually do matter, unlike with reincarnation.
Looks like Jenny's dreaming again.
She's adorably hopeless.
Should we wake her?
That's a good character bio.
Yeah. Before her hunk comes in and hears her drooling. Wait! I thought of a funny
Down to the front row, you're fine.
idea.
Huh? What are you doing?
Which, by the way, Aaron is the front row, but yet he's an introvert. That's a achievement.
I
If
mean,
you sit in the
I'm an
front
introvert,
row-
and I sit in the front row. a
Same.
lot
I
of
sit in
times.
the front row.
Wait, what? Why?
I sit in the back row because I like to socialize sometimes.
Oh,
And when I don't
I
like
see.
to
Okay,
socialize,
because
Yeah.
in my mind I thought, oh, the front row are the ones who engage more, so they need to be. More
Actually,
outgoing. But no, I
No.
I
realized, of
engage a
course,
lot, and I sit in the very back row of almost all of my classes.
No,
Right.
I'm very introverted and I sit in the front row. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because I just want to focus on the board because I already have a hard time focusing. Maybe it's because
Yeah,
I'm
like-
blind. I don't know.
It's also because if
I
you
mean,
sit in the front
also,
row,
you know, you have
you,
ADHD.
like,
That might be why
are
you have
not
to.
That's
as
why I
distracted.
said I can't focus.
Yes.
It's already known. That's why I
I
said
like
that's
all
why
the
I
Okay,
said I
distractions.
can
focus
we
more.
play out the rest of the scene now? This
All
is
right.
I want to see this. That I actually kind of think this bit's a little bit funny.
Yeah, that's true. She's basically like giving herself an eye infection right now.
Not.
Having a little fun.
Oh, okay.
That looks very tight.
Yeah.
Jenny, wake up, baby.
This is not gonna work.
Ready to date? Aaron!
Okay, the fact she actually said it. My goodness.
Oh, Kathy, that wasn't nice.
You wouldn't be saying that
Nah.
if you saw the look on her face.
Nah, it's fun to torture your friends, right,
It was all a
Jacob? Do you agree? Do
Oh,
you
I
agree?
thought you were gonna make a joke because of what Kathy does later, but yes, it is fun to torture your friends. I agree.
Sorry, it wasn't Aaron.
You were
Yeah, okay, we know.
obviously dreaming about him, though. Making kissy faces and stuff.
That drooling face was not a kissy face.
How come
Unless-
Aaron didn't
Unless
hear?
Kathy kisses like this. I don't think it's a.
I
Why
don't know,
didn't
maybe-
Aaron? Why didn't Aaron hear her scream? Oh, Aaron!
Because Aaron's not in the room yet, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what? It's not like werewolves have enhanced hearing or anything.
I did? Did he?
He isn't even here yet.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Here he comes.
Oh, it looks like you have an eye for Aaron.
Indeed.
Oh,
This is the episode called Lost in My Eyes.
Jenny, come on. You shouldn't be drooling over him if you aren't even going to make a move.
I'll
See, that's what I was trying to say. She's dissuading her subtly.
show you.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm going to go and sit next to him.
Why do I feel like this is like I'm getting like Shorty vibes from this? I'm a top. I'm big man. I'm gonna be so daring and bold.
Yeah, Shorty's obviously a top. Shorty is the most
big
top
man.
here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, see, you say that now.
sorry.
That the moment that Chris shows up, suddenly it's like, hi, you know.
Okay, maybe,
no, I don't
maybe.
do that.
Wait a minute, no. You're that TikTok meme. You know the other one was from a few years ago. It was like I am strong, I'm dominant, I'm confident, and then it switches to except when I'm with my baby or whatever it was. That's
I'm not like that at all, Jacob.
that's all I need to hear.
You won't.
Yes, I will.
Kathy, don't be like that.
Thank you, Betty.
We both know that Jenny probably won't do it, but regardless, we should believe in her and help
She
her.
say regardless.
Betty, not you
I think so. Yeah.
too.
I mean, I don't agree with the way Kathy goes about it, but she does have a point.
Yeah, Kathy does have some very questionable methods sometimes.
You, are too shy to do it.
I'll prove you guys wrong.
No way! Is she really?
So that's the thing. Even though Kathy's on the questionable methods, especially throughout Falcon Claw itself, Betty's the one who knows how to manipulate Jenny.
She's actually doing it!
You go, Jenny.
Hey,
So
Aaron.
Betty knows Jenny, basically.
Well, yeah.
So we have a
Betty knows
Benny.
Jenny. Oh my word. It's me, Benny, from the Vampiric War. I think this was his voice. I can't remember.
Can I sit?
Wait, is Benny an
here?
actual person?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I remember what happens now.
He said yes.
And then he moves.
Yes, yeah, of course.
What?
Social cues.
What the?
Oh, poor Jenny.
I found it hilarious if he like goes and sits in Jenny's original spots, like in between Kathy and Betty.
She could have been more specific!
Oh,
All right,
one.
class, settle down. Time to get back on track with yesterday's lesson.
Well, I mean, at least I spoke with him. I
Yeah, no, talk in the front row.
get to sit in his chair. He gave it up for me.
You're saying this out loud in the front row. Sit down.
It's not much, I know. And maybe he
Jacob
mean
would be
it,
a funny
but
teacher.
Yeah.
It made me feel so, if only for
Well, Jacob was
For
a
a
teacher.
moment.
Jacob would be an
It's-
acting instructor. And
It's
the majority
Senpai's
of them are
body
funny.
heat.
It's not senpai.
Are you
it's
gonna be the next
senpaya.
Psychowitz, Jacob?
Hey, you know what? It's an idea. I mean, to be honest, if I do go into teaching, which I have considered, I'm probably going to go into Spanish. There's actually an exam that comes up in November because that actually, if I do pass that, at least that intermediate level, I'm actually qualified to teach Spanish in the UK, which I didn't
That's
know because my
boring.
parents took that exam like years ago. They just mentioned in casual conversation. They was like, "Oh, a second, really?" Yeah. I know.
What? To
Be
do it,
Psychowitz.
Jacob. Take the
Not the
exam.
Spanish teacher, be
It's in November.
Psychowitz.
It's in November.
Take it when it comes time.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. No matter the thing, if I were to run a class, like no matter what I would do, it would be somewhat theatrical. At least I would.
Okay, but Spanish class theatrical is stressful. Actual theatrical theater class is fun.
I don't know. I mean, there's some pretty boring theater classes out there. Like, I went to theater at my because I had to switch schools after my freshman year because like the whole like lines changed and stuff like that. And all we did is memorize monologues and go into group projects.
Oh, so you do have
I
Bruh, no,
hated
no, no.
So I hated
No.
it.
Mine was
hated it.
boring. Mine was boring because this teacher would always pick same students. You can tell I'm getting upset. She would always pick the same students to be the main leads, even if they weren't that good. And like, what? Like, so like the other students just had to sit there and just not do anything and only get up if like they were needed in the background.
Yeah, my school had the opposite problem. Well, that's more of like a school play thing, I think, rather than like a drama class itself. But yeah, my school had the opposite problem, where the same people volunteered for everything, so I had no choice but to pick the same people for stuff.
I
Until we
skipped
got
out
to
on theater
finance.
class because it was history based.
Well, that can be fun as well. Depends. I mean, I've been showing I showed Shorty a song from Horrible Histories recently, which is a program over here that's literally about making history fun. So, despite the name of it, it is actually Incidentally, Shorty's been really good. I've made really good Shorty into like British TV in general. There's like so many things that I can. I should make a list. I mean, okay, hold on a second. So again, don't know that much about soccer really, but I have played it in the past, and I know that you don't nosedive when somebody comes at you with the ball.
Fine, you win.
That was it? That's all you're gonna do?
You were pretty cocky before, saying you could beat me.
Rusty, give me a break. I haven't played soccer in about a year. Maybe
Oh, a year. Okay.
2.
Oh, maybe two. Oh god.
That goes
Darn
back
it.
into softball.
That ruins our
Yes.
Wait, Aiden. She said maybe. No, that's still a lot. No, that she wouldn't have been in the same. Dang it! Why?
Don't worry, we can write in sophomore
Because
year.
Lawrence graduated.
Okay.
She's not gonna get it just because of Lawrence. She actually
Okay.
does like playing the game. She's confirmed
Okay,
that.
so keep in mind, Lawrence in season 1 of Phoenix Drop High was a sophomore in high school, along with Garth and Caitlin. They were all sophomores.
Yeah, they would have.
Aphmau was a freshman.
Yeah,
I know,
then they were juniors in season 2 of Phoenix Drop High.
Oh, so and
then they were seniors in season 3 of Phoenix Drop High, if that ever happened. So therefore, Lawrence and Garth and
Except
Caitlin
for Aaron, who
and
was
the whole
also
crew.
a senior.
Aaron's gone. Aaron left.
Yeah, Aaron was a senior in season 1, and then he left in season 2.
Yes, we know. We're just covering Garth and Lawrence right now because of what we're saying before.
Yeah, Garth and Lawrence could literally appear in at least in a season 3. In a season 4, no, they couldn't appear. But in a season 3, yes, they could appear.
Actually, Garth could appear in season 4.
What?
Because both Zane and Vlad would be seniors at that point, and if Garth ever went to visit his siblings, and granted, aphmau was friends with Vlad throughout high school, aphmau would see Garth.
Okay, fair. But yeah.
Lawrence, on the other hand, I'm just gonna chalk it up. Lawrence went to Europe to play soccer. That's what I'm going with. Lawrence is actually a famous soccer player in Europe that we just don't address.
And then he moved back. And then he moved back to Rouen to move in with Gareth and seemed to like.
Listen. He got bored of the life of luxury. The life of luxury, being a famous soccer player, and he missed his best buddy, old pal Gareth. And he messes Gareth like, "Oh, can I move in with you, please? Oh, please."
Or he just had a soccer injury.
Either that, or he couldn't go over aphmau and actually came back because he wanted to be closer to her.
He never did get over aphmau, is the thing.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
So, yeah, maybe that was it. Who knows?
Well, also, like, after you turn, like, 20, mid-20s, basically, you're, like, old for sports, usually. So, if like, granted, if Garth has graduated from college and they graduated at the same, and they graduated high school at the same time, and Loris immediately went abroad, he would be almost 22, and that would have been 4 years of professional soccer. So it's like, that's actually like a long time in sports, kind of.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, by that point he would be. Yeah, he would be of sport retiring age, approximately. Yeah.
And usually, if you are recruited for outside teams, you're recruited at like 16 or 17, and you finish off school there.
Well, that didn't
Okay.
happen.
But we
Well,
don't
yeah.
know that.
Well, yeah. So maybe he's not the usual. He didn't get recruited before, unless I don't know. Unless in our season 3 he just doesn't show up. But I feel like we want him to appear in more
Yeah,
stuff,
because
so I don't think
we
do that.
actually, because we're not aphmau, we don't like writing off Lawrence because lol, trolling the fan base.
Yeah,
which
he
is annoying.
can finish his high school first and then do his thing afterwards. That's fine.
I mean, I still don't really care for the idea of him going abroad, though. I feel like that it's a little bit weird, but
No, he
Well, I
went
don't know.
abroad.
We were thinking of doing a spin-off of Vlad in Paris. It's not that far-fetched.
Well, yeah, but Vlad has been stated as a traveling around. Lawrence has stated that Lawrence has never stated anything like that.
Well,
Because
you
that's
know
a
what we
big
said
part of your
before, right? There's no evidence to
backstory.
the contrary, so we could do it until
But
obviously
that's a
this
huge
confirms
part of a
otherwise.
character's backstory to be like, oh yeah, I was a famed sports player. That's like a huge part of someone's backstory.
Yeah, okay.
Not to be mentioned.
Okay, Aiden, realistically, I'd say, maybe he played, but he wasn't like, super notorious or anything. He's not like he
Yeah,
didn't.
Or he went abroad.
It's still something worth coming up in conversation.
Alternatively, he went abroad to try to pursue soccer as a career.
Wait, hang on a second. What if he went to cooking school instead? Like, I don't know. Just somewhere
I was
else
actually thinking that Travis, like, on the point of not going to a normal school, I was actually thinking Travis went to like a theater school.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, he was in Romeo and Juliet, 11 times? He's got to have done that at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess
that's what I was thinking. Travis went to a theater school, and then Dante tried to follow him. Dante fails out, and then tries again at college when Lawrence decides to go, because Dante just wants to do college for the social life.
No, Dante wants to do the college for the hot babes.
Yeah, so Dante wants to do college.
That's what Dante
for, like,
calls a social
school.
life.
Yes. So, like, but he wants his wingman, and he failed out of one school with his first wingman. So then, when his other wingman decides to go to school, he goes to school with that guy, and that's why Dante and Lawrence are living together when they go to college, or they both go abroad, and Garth just happens to pay for their house.
Garth just happens to what?
Let's just
okay.
keep going.
I don't follow that last bit, but the other stuff, okay. At least I can somewhat see that. I don't know. Dante just would have studied something else. Yeah, this is the thing. Every time that we end up in a stream with Maya, there's always like some sort of like fan fiction idea of like something we're going to take forward eventually, but then none of us have the time to actually do it, but we still plan it. I don't know.
Maybe 2?
School had me busy.
Oh, I see. By the way, I wanted to apologize.
That's Maya's theory confirmed before, actually, by the way, that she was busy with school.
Apologize for earlier. Hope you don't think I'm a wuss because of me mentioning my mom.
Huh? Why would I think that?
Oh, I get that sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get the ball. Be right back.
Maybe that's happened to him before? aphmau-senpai! Huh?
Oh, look, it's Kawaii-chan, the legendary Mifwa scouts that so many idolize to this very day.
Huh?
Speaking of, what the? I forgot he was in this episode. How did I forget that my favorite character was in an episode? What is wrong with me?
Well, I don't think she's your favorite character. At all.
Is.
No, you forgot about her.
Like, it literally took an episode to be like,
about her, Jacob. She's supposed to be your favorite character.
Hey, kid. That's
fine. Who's your favorite character?
a lot of the
Oh, wow. They can't all be your favorites. You can't commit.
It's my ball. I was
Listen, a
wondering
lot of
if I
them
could
are
have it
hot,
back.
okay?
Right. So, given the two sentences that strung together, I am obligated to say right now, Nekoet is not my favorite character for that reason. If you want to find out why that's the case, go back and watch a couple streams. So,
Just because I said that some of them were hot, you say that.
the implication of what you said was that
I didn't mean that you found Nekoet hot,
characters
Jacob.
was that anyone's favorite characters had to be the ones they found the most attractive.
I didn't catch that.
So I am just covering my bases because people
I
can
didn't catch
misinterpret
that.
things very easily.
I didn't think that at all, Jacob.
See what?
Well, I'm glad that you didn't. I don't trust my audience.
I
The
didn't
ball?
think that.
Can I have it back?
But this is my ball.
No, it's not. It's mine. I kicked it over here, and it...
Yeah, but I found it. Finders keepers.
Look, kid, playground rules don't apply in real life.
Who says?
Yes, they do, as stated by the Finders Keepers Treaty of 1931. Can you imagine if Nekoet said that?
So,
I say so.
you aren't my mom.
Look, kid. What do you want?
Glad you asked.
Well, speaking of Nekoet's mom,
I'm selling Maple Scout cookies. Would you be interested in buying them?
I'm broke.
How? You're an adult. You should have money.
Good!
Sorry, Kawaii.
that was very quick. I know Nekoet was able to break people very easily, but that was record speed.
Chan, I haven't seen her.
Aww.
Speaking of people I haven't seen, where's that guy I was hanging out with? Forgot his name already.
Who?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the scene we found about the whole Kawaii-chan thing? Oh, I was referencing that because I knew it would come up later. I didn't realize it was right now.
Ah, there he is. Looks like he's talking with someone. Oh, hey! It's the Maple Scout!
Okay. And that is creepy, Kawaii-chan. Why just like immediately he's like ducked down? It's like, let me get a good look at you.
Hey, what's going on?
This brat
Oh,
won't
interesting.
give me my ball back.
Oh, Hey, cutie. Would you mind giving the ball back?
You have to buy a box of cookies. Kawaii-chan will take 7.
Oh, that's right. She's easily swindled out of her money. That was the thing. Ah, callbacks. All right. That's getting my Levi drink for today. There we go. And it also goes out to Nekoet because, favorite character.
Hot dog! Take
Not
your
because we find
stupid
her hot.
ball. I've made a sale.
You okay?
I'm fine. Just can't stand kids, though. Anyway,
Get out. That's why we don't see him again.
thanks for playing, aphmau.
Yep.
Same. See you later, I guess.
I'll see you around.
No, you won't.
Sheesh, lady, calm down.
You don't understand. Kawaii-chan loves Mayflower Scout cookies so much. She was actually a Mayflower Scout growing up.
You were? Yep. Wait, pink hair, high-pitched voice. Are you? Kawaii-chan.
She just said her name, like in the previous sentence.
You're Kawaii-chan? You are the Kawaii-chan? Yep. You were the best Maple Scout ever!
Until you mysteriously got pregnant at 10 and then abandoned the kid. But,
I'm serious about you! Well, Kawaii-chan doesn't mean to toot her own horn. No one has matched your cookie sales in the history of Maple Scouts! You had every batch ever! Did the
that does raise an interesting question. If no one has matched Kawaii-chan's sales, did she also use underhanded tactics to get her sales? Because Nekoet is really ambitious right now and has, again, scoped out an entire untapped market.
Kawaii-chan has an undisclosed large number of siblings.
Okay, but even then, that's still only. Well, no, it's actually that she said that she's got 11 siblings. So that's
Okay,
I guess,
11 siblings.
I don't know. Maybe she can sell a few cookies to them, but that would only get you so far. You know,
Every time I see a Girl Scout, I buy like 4 boxes of cookies.
okay, that's fair. Every time Nekwet comes to this college, she sells out almost immediately, and the entire campus was roaming about after her, trying to find her. So I think
Yeah.
she's got the better market here.
So if you had 11 siblings and each of them bought 4 boxes, that's 44 boxes of cookies.
Assuming they even like buy the stuff off you in the first place.
You were amazing! You're like my #1 hero! Here, can you sign my sash?
And this is why I didn't subscribe to that mother theory from 2 episodes ago.
Of course!
See, Shorty, I remember this part. Oh, she does actually sign it, Kawaii-chan. Okay, that's gonna play havoc with your legal records, but fair enough.
I think I'm going to die of happiness! Here, you can have these cookies on the house! Thank you!
Whoa. And that's the Thin Mints. That's the box that's used for Thin Mints. So that's how
I
you
love
know.
Thin Mints.
Apparently so does everyone else in Falcon Claw, so that's why they sell
Because
out
Thin
so
Mints are
quickly.
the best cookies.
Yeah, no, well, I think I remember actually having them like way back when, because I have had Girl Scout cookies before.
Samoas also rank up there actually, but like Thin Mints are my personal favorite.
Okay, fair enough. Point is, there's those ones that sell out immediately in this place that again is an untapped market, and Nekwet just giving those away. So that's how you know how much she likes this Kawaii-chan.
Miss Kawaii-chan, can I come back and get some pointers from you? I wanted to go for a few batches.
See, this is the thing. She's getting pointers. What did Kawaii-chan do? What was her tactic? Did she like I don't know, like patrol the entire city or something? I don't know, like jump through
Kawaii-chan
windows.
used to be a puppet master. Kawaii-chan magicked people into buying cookies from her.
You know what? That's actually not that bad. I like that.
There
one.
you go.
And you know what? It's crazy enough to be a Jacob Bus of aphmau theory, honestly.
Guys.
And asking for your help would be... Kawaii-chan will be leaving here the day after tomorrow, but if you finish your sales, she'll be absolutely free to talk. Then I gotta finish fast! See you guys later!
And she actually motivates her to carry on. What the heck?
Wow, I didn't know you were a Mifa Scout.
You've unleashed a monster, Kawaii-chan. And you know what? I approve.
It's a big thing for young Mayflaws. It helps build a sense of community. That's
Mifa Law? We just got Mifa Law there. Something.
awesome. I'm so honored to know the best one personally.
You know something? You know, since we're on the subject of like we said before we wanted to have some more Mifa Law somewhere in a series, I don't know. Nekwet spin-off, anyone?
Honestly, that's where Kawaii-chan felt she could be someone else.
Really? How so?
It's nothing!
Now we'll cover that in season 6.
I'm just...
Did you say timeout and no?
I said no, absolutely not.
Why not? Why not have a Nekwet spin-off? What's the problem?
What are you going to do with that?
Oh, I'll think of something.
Ugh,
No, but actually,
Nekwet's annoying.
The last episode she appears in, she actually like. Well, first of all, carry on with that connection with Juno. Actually, see her try to achieve her objective and actually trying to match up with Kawaii-chan. That gives her a character goal throughout the series. See how she gets on with the other Mifa Scouts in the first place. You know, or maybe like what is her home and school life? There's so many other things you don't know about her. And obviously, given it's aphmau, there's going to be like a bajillion other characters to focus on as well.
Following
there are
aphmau's
things-
like diaries to MyStreet lore, she would be a very good athlete as well.
There you go.
However,
That's something else.
Just look
You know, she could do the high jump and land on her feet all the time. I think I broke Maya.
Back on fond memories and stuff.
I get it. Well, you can always talk with them about me if you want. By the way, can I have a cookie?
Sure.
Okay, doesn't look like a Thin Mint to me. I don't know.
Although, on a complete side note, that scene kind of reminded me of like one of the new episodes of Generation 5's like My Little Ponies, because there's an episode where it's all about like this one girl missing her home. And it was like, because it's like there's a culture difference and stuff. And it's like explaining a little bit of the cultural difference and then going to and then later actually experiencing it. But like the first part is the explanation of said cultural difference, and that just kind of reminded me of that.
All right.
Go watch My Little Pony Generation 5. It's great.
I will watch Generation 5. You know what? I want to do a thing where we're just like, I don't know, maybe after 5 years later, I said before, but I want to do a thing where I sit down at one point and do like either live or recorded reactions to every episode of My Little Pony, because I know nothing about it other than what I've been told from hearsay. And I want to see, like, completely go to the go game completely blind as much as possible and actually watch every single episode.
Are you starting at Gen 1?
Well, again, I think I thought I was going to, but the thing is, people have told me that's not necessary. There's not like a story that overlaps from
It isn't necessary, but I don't even know where to find Gen 1.
I see. Okay.
So if you found it, I would 100% be like, can I come to all of these?
That might be complicated then. I guess I'll start from the earliest point I can.
Also, because I think Gen 1 was movies. And then it was like a 90s or 80s TV show as well.
Okay. Yeah.
That like I didn't know about that until I heard about Gen 5.
I see.
Like I knew that there were other My Little Ponies and stuff, but I knew of them as toy lines.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because that's how they were primarily advertised, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's like one big project that I want to do at some point. It's just like experience as much My Little Pony as possible, but only do so like my transformation from complete and utter novice to expert.
Sorry.
It's okay, Jenny. I thought it was sweet. At least you tried.
Gotta at least give you props for that.
Thanks. I just wish I was more assertive. I should have told him I wanted to sit here next to him.
That's not really.
Aaron's
You
the
were
other
assertive. You
not
just weren't specific. That was the thing.
Oh well.
Maybe next year. I mean,
Next year? Oh, I guess yeah. If the classes are finishing now, then they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Tomorrow is the last.
Dom Mao, who is? Wait, are you talking about like what like awesome Dom, as in like Jason's student?
But Shorty gets it.
Yeah. Okay.
I sent it in the private chat for Shorty, not for you.
Yeah, don't be
I'm obviously
reading
gonna
those.
see it. I'm obviously
No,
gonna
it's
see it.
for me. God.
Okay, here's the thing. For anyone watching this, when you send us something in a private chat on Restream, it completely blocks the screen until you scroll it down, which means you have to actually then you're kind of forced to read it pretty much.
Mine
day of
doesn't.
classes. It's not like you're
Oh, that might be a host thing then.
gonna be able to confess to him anytime soon.
That's right. You should probably know him a little more before you confess.
Right,
Yeah, we should have to sit next to him. What do you think was happening there?
right. Wait! That's it!
Huh?
Remember? He said he wanted to help with the new students. What
Yes, and he was told, okay. but
Haven't
you
we covered
never
this like
approached
3
that.
times?
Yeah, and also, aren't the students leaving tomorrow?
if I bring them here to class? Maybe that will open him up and help him become more, open.
Well, you know what? That actually is a decent idea, and fortunately enough for you, your class is so empty that there's a possibility of doing that.
How is that gonna help?
I don't know, but it's the perfect idea. He wanted to help with the new students and
Yeah, he's not going to do anything if he's paying attention in class. I'm just saying it's a good idea for the students. That's a good activity, but for your thing, Jenny, no, that's that's not going to work.
The new students want to see what a college class is like. Excuse me, Professor Matthews?
Oh, now we can hear her.
Yes?
Can I bring my team here to class tomorrow so they can see what a college class is like?
I don't see why not. We're doing the next exit part of your finals, so having them here isn't much of a bother, since it's only 2 questions and
Thanks! This
2 questions in a whole class. Okay.
is perfect!
Well, that will be your final shot.
Speaking of new students, don't you have an event with them going on soon?
Right! My meetup! I forgot! Ah!
And this is why they've done absolutely nothing together. Almost.
She's hopeless.
Oh look, Tara's recovered from her food coma. That's good.
I wonder who he was talking about yesterday. I can't
You're still thinking about that? Wow.
get over how mysterious he looks. I kind of
he?
want to
Is
ask
it
him
Aaron?
for a picture.
Yes, yeah. Diana met Aaron last episode, so yeah.
So, what do you think Jennifer is gonna have us do today?
Well,
Oh yeah, that's why it's so
Jennifer.
yeah, that's why it's so weird. What I was saying before about this guy, because this guy does all the time. Peter, that is, he calls.
Did Aiden die?
I think so.
Probably nothing. You're right.
Man, you should give her a break. You
I don't know, Aiden. If you hear say in the private chats.
seem pretty uppity about all this.
I'm here to get college experience before I actually go to college. Of course I'm uppity about this. It's been nothing but hanging around campus and doing nothing.
That's, mostly how college is. Except for when you're studying.
It's impossible.
I mean, you're supposed to be using the time that they give you to do independent study. That's part of the idea. Or to work on
Really?
stuff for your classes. Yeah, you know, like yeah. When do you think I managed to write a musical? I had to have that free time.
I don't know. My mentors told me to go
Sorry,
join
I'm
clubs and
late.
socialize.
Okay, that's also a thing. But yeah, but honestly, like in my class, I'm pretty sure most of the clubs were actually like either, they were on a specific day. Wednesday was club day, but there was also like some like after hours stuff, so it wouldn't really conflict with like the free slots.
You better be.
But I have some exciting news! Tomorrow, I'm going to take you guys into a real college class!
Really?
So cool!
Awesome!
Seriously?
Yep, I spoke
I thought you'd be excited, Peter. What did you have to do to impress you? My goodness.
with my teacher and he
Well,
said
maybe
it's fine.
he's in disbelief.
Maybe.
It won't be a full-blown class, but it will be something interesting.
About time.
It's a final exam.
So, what's on the agenda for today? Today, I'm gonna show you guys around campus. There's a lot of buildings
Is
closed.
that Zane in the background?
Today, on day 4 of your orientation, I'm gonna finally show you around campus. Eddie.
But I can at least get you familiar with the layout. Ooh, sounds fun!
I'm for it.
I guess.
Right, this way then!
See, we should get rid of Peter, not Antonio.
if I can't speak to her, then I'll write her a letter, at least before she leaves.
Hey, look, she's gonna get a lot of letters in college, so, you know.
I can try to give it to her.
I'm let this play on. I think Maya will kill me if I. Okay, there we go. It's like got a second left. All right, so.
No, you gotta play that second. Yeah!
And it's gone now. Fantastic. I pressed the thing again. All right. Well, that was Lost in My Eyes, which now we know refers to a one offhanded comment made by Antonio, who is the very interesting guy that aphmau met. And I don't know. Does it mean to say he's not that interesting to me? I know what we said before about him being missed potential and stuff because of the whole soccer connection, but that really beyond that, he says something about his mum, gets embarrassed about the connection there, and there's nothing else. So
He doesn't like kids. We can't forget.
oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't like kids. Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, never mind. Get him. He's not interesting at all then.
Yeah.
So yeah, beyond that, I know they didn't even play soccer for that long. They just had like one round where Antonio
played it
schooled
once.
after. That was it. So yeah, I know that whole selling point and the point in the thumbnail. Maybe that's why if our micro theory of like them testing the waters for a potential ship later, that might actually not be that might actually be why it failed, because the setup was not that good, honestly, and of course was hijacked once again by Nekoet and later on Kawaii-chan. I personally don't mind that, but if you were trying to do a thing, then didn't play out for that reason. So yeah, who knows? And again, apparently aphmau is a thing or something, so I have no idea.
Okay, you implied that. Well, someone said that Jenny had to be more.
Assertive. Yes.
Assertive. However, that gives the implication that Aaron needs someone assertive.
What?
Which can then be translated to aphmau is assertive, which could then be translated to aphmau is dumb, which could then be translated to dumb.
That was such a leap.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so
Doms
going
are assertive,
bit by
it's just
bit,
that.
assertive means so that she could be more assertive for herself to talk to him. Not that Aaron needs someone assertive in his life. He's had Derek to deal with. He's had enough of that, honestly. And then, of course, that was where you jump from aphmau being the one who was the assertive one in the life, which, to be honest, I don't think she is.
She isn't. That's why it's funny.
That's why it's funny. Okay. I mean, I think there are a few times when aphmau has tried to be the more assertive one or be aphmau or whatever. But usually they come across as her in some sort of like hilarious attempt where she cannot take it seriously or she gets too flustered. Which what is actually entertaining. So I would love to see her try those things more often and then still fail. Because that is always funny. I mean, just look at Shorty over here.
What?
So yeah.
What?
Yes.
What?
You know the truth. Oh, Aiden's back now.
We should all.
There is
go to
no
London.
truth. No. There is no truth.
Do you want me to ask Chris what the truth is?
We have evidence. We have the receipts.
There is no truth. There's no receipts. We
It's
didn't go
happening
shopping.
right
There's
now.
no receipts.
It is happening
It's
right
not
now.
happening right now. I'm strong. I can be assertive.
I can.
Does
check
my
the
new name
Discord.
have to change to Dom Short? Dom? How would I say this?
Short?
Dom?
Shorty?
I guess you could take out the it part and become Dom Shorty Chan, which just sounds like a
No,
that sounds like a
Dommy.
mouthpiece.
Dommy.
Yeah.
Dom T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I was gonna say I was gonna say Dom Shorty Chan sounds too close to Don, like a mafia Don or something.
No,
Well, I
You
mean,
would
from
make a
Mafia
hilarious
Leader,
mafia
go
Don.
check out Maid Cafe Season 2.
Fair enough.
Like the anime?
No. It's a one to
I
three
think
series.
Aiden's trying to say Moonlight Cafe.
No, but there's Shorty runs Mafia in Season 2, so spoilers.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said,
Aiden.
George would make a hilarious mafia boss.
No one knows this.
I just found this crazy thing. It's called Monopoly Life Sized.
I see.
Okay, so
There was no segue. There's no way to follow that conversation. There's nothing else that we can say about that.
Okay. Did you have any final thoughts on the episode? Because for what I saw of it, it was decent. You know, kind of slow paced, but decent.
Yeah, I said the stuff about Antonio, and I talked about him already. I talked a little bit about Nekoet towards the end and Kawaii-chan and their appearance. This is
Talked a little bit towards Nekoet.
Yeah, and yeah, this is the thing that I mean, I can go on for about Nekoet if left unchecked. But yeah, and this is the kind of thing I would imagine you would call a filler episode. You know, in all senses, because even then, I don't know, it just wasn't. I don't know, it wasn't as interesting a filler episode as I could imagine because it is. I think this is the prime example of what you were saying actually before about how graduation days could have been one episode short and you wouldn't have actually missed that much. Maybe that's why I forgot Nekoet was in this, apart from the one plot point of like her being Kawaii-chan's #1 fan. Because
I thought that happened in the Nekoet episode, to be honest.
Same here. Which is why I didn't remember that was a thing, so thank you for that short so not my fault the episode wasn't memorable. We're here to review. It's a review series. I mean,
what's review? We don't review.
We
Jacob
do.
reviews. The rest of us theorize and make fun of and
no.
Aiden
and I review. You theorize, and Shorty gives a chuckle once in a while.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, at least
say your thoughts. Give your opinions. That's what.
I don't have thoughts. Nothing goes through this brain, Jacob.
I thought you were big brain. I thought you were big brain, big man.
No, that's right, Aiden. I forgot. Only tops have assertive opinions. That's right.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Okay. Next one. You guys aren't gonna get me to shut up. Okay. You're gonna pay back.
Okay, fine.
You can have subtops. Come on.
Give your thoughts on this episode now. We just watched.
It's not because Shorty's a bottom. It's because Shorty's a sub.
Yes, that's what we were implying the whole time.
No.
Okay, bottom and sub are different things.
I mean, they could be very similar things, though.
I guess
they can be the same thing, but they're not.
Listen. This episode wasn't really that good. It was It was because
I feel that.
The only I don't know, was there a funny part? The only funny part was whenever Jenny walked up to Aiden, not Aiden,
Aiden, I'm this series. Oh my god, I always wanted to go
Jenny walked up to Aiden and was like, "Can I sit here?" And Aiden was like, "Yeah." And Aaron was like, "Yeah," and then walked off. That was the only funny part. It was could have been better, but
What about the Nekoet stuff?
The Nekoet stuff was the beginning with the guy. It wasn't that good, and it seemed more fast paced than anything.
Yeah, I think she's a bit more a build up, to be honest.
Yeah,
her interaction with Aaron before from like last episode.
Yeah,
where she like really got under his skin after a bit of a conversation. Yeah, that was better.
Yeah, and I mean the Kawaii-chan part, it was fine.
Yeah, the Kawaii-chan part was more cute than funny, I would say.
Yeah, it was more cute.
Yeah.
And that's my thoughts on this episode. Bye, guys.
You know they say game recognized game? Well, cute recognized cute. Apparently that's Neko and Kawaii-chan. So yeah, fair enough. Thank you for those. Thank you for those opinions. Maybe there's a bit of a top in you after all.
There always will. Yes.
Okay, I think on that note, Maya, do you have anything to add?
At this point, I've completely forgotten the episode.
Yeah.
And the majority of the stuff we said during it, which is usually what happens at the end of these things, which is why I generally don't have concluding thoughts.
So
because I don't actually remember.
This episode was so unmemorable that even right after watching it and breaking it down, it still does not stick in your minds.
Yeah, but that it's pretty common. There's only a few episodes that actually stand out enough for me to remember afterwards.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like the aphmau
Right,
needs
well-
CPR.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's the thing. I don't remember what episode that was in, but I remember that scene.
Season 2,
That's a-
aphmau goes swimming. Aphmau drowns because aphmau goes down a slide that goes into the ocean.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
but what
moment. Oh, yeah,
episode
and
was
Aaron
that
saves
from?
her. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I don't know. The only episode number I used to remember was when Aaron died in Minecraft Diaries, and that was season 2, episode 87 or something. But at this point, I don't even know if it's 82, 85, or 87.
I'm pretty
But
sure
it's one of
last
those
time we
three.
talked about it, you said 89, but okay. don't
No,
know.
because it was in the. It was
Okay, fair
more
enough. We've
towards-
talked
it
about
was-
we've talked about that scene to death, pun intended. So yeah, we'll leave it there. All right. And of course, next one. I need to actually. I forgot. I checked the date of when the next episode was, but I didn't actually look at the.
Did they make a Zane kitty cat?
Mm-hmm. That's always been a thing. So yeah.
I only remember the aphmau and the Aaron kitty cats. Well, no, aphmau was a kitty cat. Aaron's was a dog.
A wolf.
Wolf.
I don't know if they ever made the merch, but they made the drawing of Zane as a cat.
Maybe they're going in pillow order. Maybe Travis is next. I've been using a Travis pillow during this time because I don't have my desk, so I'm just on a bed. There you go.
But
aphmau
Travis
merch.
never
Purple for
got
lumbar
a-
support.
Okay, so the stream. Do your final. We did our final class. Now end it.
Okay, fine. And that's the ending of
Be
the
done
ending
with
of the
this.
stream. In the stream, we'll conclude with saying that the next episode happens to be Aaron's last chance. So I guess he's going to give her that note. Being one of the first of several letters that Aphmau receives, and probably the best because it starts off and it gets worse as it goes. So there we go. That will actually be done tomorrow. So we'll see you. What? Hang on, I'll put this on. Nutella. If you do realize the camera's inverted, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. So.
There's an option on Restream you can use to fix that.
Has that always been a thing?
Yes, yes, it is. It has been a thing.
Nutella if you have no allergies. Oh, eat Nutella if you have no allergies.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing. I've always been backwards then.
Oh no,
No,
the Restream thing. Yeah, you can be allergic to Nutella quite easily. Okay, so fine, yeah. So we'll see you then, and for Aaron's last chance, that actually is happening tomorrow. So see you tomorrow for the end of Phoenix Shop graduation day. Same time, same place, 5 years later. Remember to eat Nutella if you have allergies, like or dislike, because your opinion matters. You haven't done so already. And also, if you don't
said
have
no
any strong
allergies.
opinions, you're a sub. And on that note, until next time, farewell.